Hello everybody. Today we will talk about how do we add zeros logarithmically. So just an intro about logarithmic addition. If there are two sound sources S1 and S2, the total perceived sound is the logarithmic addition of those two sources and not the arithmetic addition. So the logarithmic addition looks like this equation where you plug in the values of S1 and S2 and you get the final answer. Let's assume that S1 is equal to S2 is equal to 50 decibel. If you add them up, you're going to get the total value, which is a logarithmic addition of the two 50s, which is 53 dBA. If you want to learn more about logarithmic addition, check the link in the description below. So let's say we do an experiment where we measure the background noise of a quiet chamber, preferably an anechoic chamber, and we plot the results in the form of an 1 by 1 octave spectrum. And each of those octave bands has a level of 0 dBA. So what is the overall or the total level in this chamber? So if you plot the graph, it's going to look something like this. So on the x-axis, we have the octave frequency bands, the 1 by 1 octave frequency bands. I've chosen from 31.5 all the way up to 16,000. On the y-axis, we have the sound pressure level in decibel. I've chosen the scale from -10 so that we can get a good visual representation because all the levels are 0 dBA. So first things, if you take a logarithm of 0, you're not going to get any answer because it's not defined. So if you put a log 0 in a calculator, you're going to get something like this. My calculator shows it's a math error. But let's try to add two zeros logarithmically. So we use the same equation of the logarithmic addition. Instead of S1, S2, we put zeros. And let's see what happens. Now, anything power 0 is 1. So we get 10 power 0 plus 10 power 0, which is 1 plus 1, which is 2. Now, log of 2 is defined, which is 0.3010. You multiply it by 10, you get S equals 3.010. So if you add two zeros logarithmically, you get an answer which is 3.010. So we will extend this concept to get a solution to our problem, which is to add the 1 by 1 octave bands together. So we try to add those. We have 10 octave bands, so we add each of those values. Every single value is 0, so 10 power 0 is 1. So we get an overall level of 10. Now log 10 to the base 10 is 1, so 1 multiplied by 10 is 10 dBA. So the overall level in the chamber is 10 dBA. So despite each of those frequency bands being 0, the overall level is not 0, but it's rather 10 dBA because you get to add all those values logarithmically. And when you add all the zeros logarithmically, you get this answer. Now, if you have 1/3 octave band, you have more bands, and you're going to add all those things together to find out what the overall level is. All right. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.